This is Talk the Home of Common Sense. It's coming up to 10:30. I'm Julia Hartley-Brewer. Sam Armstrong still with us. Going to get to your calls coming in thick and fast on defence in just a few moments. First up, though, Sam Armstrong, I do just want to bring in this figure, this 1,194, largely young men. They always are largely young men. We always get pictures of the women and the children, but largely young men who've arrived just on Saturday alone, as the French police did absolutely... I'm trying to think of it. Nothing. Let's give it the word nothing. It wasn't the word I was thinking of. Folks smoking their cigarettes on the beach. I mean, they took photo. They did some videoing. To be fair, they did some videoing as I got their feet a little bit sandy. Up to 50,000 migrants, it's now predicted, are going to cross the channel this year. Very interesting to hear from the Defence Minister a few moments ago about, this is very difficult. It's a complicated business. We're going to do this. Look, but the reality is the Prime Minister hasn't dealt with it, and they've been in power almost 11 months now.
Border dash, right? Let's just start with the basics. Keir Starmer took office last summer. Have the numbers gone up or down since he came in? They've gone up. Why have they gone up? Well, one reason they have gone up is he cancelled the only deterrent. There was a potential deterrent in the form of Rwanda scheme. We saw when it was first announced that migrants that had got into the UK were making their way into the Republic of the Ireland because they were scared of it working. He cancelled that. He wanted to put international law ahead of it. So let's not hear another word out of him. Everything he promised us about smashing the gangs was a lie, is a lie. He knew it was a lie. He lied to us all. He knew about it. He knew it wasn't going to work, and they were laughing at us all the way through.
Is it a lie, or did he genuinely overestimate his camaraderie with Emmanuel Macron?
Nobody on earth.
He should have dealt with Brigitte. It's clear who's in charge in that relationship.
Indeed. That's a bit of a slap in the face. Look, this is now, 10 months in, the point at which Keir Starmer is responsible. Look, if he'd done something, if he'd come up with a plan, and on day one he'd said, look, this is what we're going to do, and it took 2 years, and he said, give us 2 years, I would say fair play.
Or if it was at the same level. It's 40% up on the same time last year.
It is up, and every one of those extra migrants is Keir Starmer's fault. And today
and cost us 40-50 grand a year. And by the way, they're never going to be sent back. I did think it was outrageous that Alistair Carnes, the Defence Minister, came saying we've sent 30,000 back. Not 30,000 Channel migrants. Virtually all of those people are voluntary repatriation. So not even we've paid them. We've given them a flight and then paid them 3 grand to go home. They're not even deported.
And the Prime Minister today is talking about the security of this country. Let's be very, very clear. Every single individual that pays international criminals to break them into this country that are overwhelmingly fighting age males is a national security threat to this country. And if you think I'm being histrionic, just look at what we've seen, which we've now reached a point when the authorities in this country are saying that Iranian agents have smuggled people into this country in order to commit terroristic acts of violence. This is an active national security emergency. Terrorists are breaking into this country. They are coming here to kill people that are here already. This is wrong. This is dangerous. And I don't care how much you want to spend on new drones, new destroyers, new AI systems for the army. If you can't protect this country from an invasion of rubber dinghies, then you can't protect it from Russia, China, or the rest of them.
Exactly. The point I made to the Defence Minister, who kept sort of avoiding that conversation. Just finally, let's talk about something completely different before we go to a break. Pride Month. The month of June is now Pride Month. I lose track. I don't know when Black History Month is. I mean, I just lose track. There's a month, there's a day for everything. As far as I can tell, Pride is pretty much every day of the year. There is some sort of Pride festival. I mean, fine. Fill your boots. I tell you what I have noticed, though, this year, rather fewer of the old rainbow lanyards and the rainbow things all over people's X accounts, the official accounts of, the big supermarkets, the big businesses. There was a time when, you had to do all this. By the way, and not the rainbow flag. The really, really nasty, misogynistic, racist, homophobic flag, which is the one that's got the brown and the arrow in the middle of it. It's genuine. I think I consider it to be a woman-hating, gay-hating, white-hating flag. I really do. The old rainbow flag, love it, absolutely. It is fascinating, though, because even like the Lib Dems, they put out various tweets yesterday, and they talk about all the policies they feel strong about and Pride Month. Only one related to gay people. Everything else was about protecting things like, the mutilation and drug giving to children who have been completely wrongly told that they're born in the wrong body. It was all about trans. This whole thing has become about trans as opposed to about being proud of being gay or bisexual after many, many years, well, centuries, when it was a crime and considered something shameful. Pride is a wonderful thing, but is it time for it to all be over on the basis that gay people have the same rights as straight people now and trans has got nothing to do with being gay?
Well, Britain is the least homophobic country pretty much full stop on earth. I don't think there's anybody in this country that has any issues around that.
I think there are people who are homophobic, but there's people who hate everybody.
Extreme minority, an extreme minority. What has instead occurred is a movement that is, as you say, a cause for celebration, has been hijacked by Britain-hating political activists that have attempted to not only push a dangerous agenda that has hurt women, has hurt children, has hurt a general sense of fairness in this country, but has also been used as a bat to hit this country. It is rammed down people's throats. It is told that people in this country are inherently homophobic. There's inherently something wrong with them. The reality is nothing could be further than the truth. The overwhelming majority of people in this country are enormously supportive.
Same-sex marriage was massively supported. Or something. I was a massive supporter of it. I mean, it was something that David Cameron brought in. You know, and again, people's views have changed hugely on this. But again, I don't think Pride's almost got anything to do with being gay anymore. I think it's just been completely and utterly, as you know, Stonewall and everything, it's just completely and utterly taken over.